Hi everyone, my name is Morais and I'm currently an assistant professor of German in the teaching track, as well as the section head of German studies at Rhodes College. Overall, my research interests include questions of transculturality, hybridity, and cannibalism as aesthetic practices, as well as the study of fairy tales, migration, and contemporary German theater and film. Today, I'll talk about my dissertation, which I defended in 2023 at Indiana University, as well as a couple of recent projects that have been inspired by it. My dissertation is titled Biting Off More Than You Can Chew, German-Brazilian Cultural Cannibalism. The term cultural cannibalism first appeared in the 1920s in Brazil through the modernist anthropophagic movement. This movement was inspired by the symbolic act of cannibalizing the strong other to create an unique, original national identity. In my work, I expand on their term and I bring cultural cannibalism in as an aesthetic practice and an analytical tool that can be used to look closely at transcultural encounters that happen in the arts. From its modernist roots, the term inherited a bold spirit, a playful self-assertion in the face of the other, a refusal to submit to the good taste of the metropole. My dissertation situates cultural cannibalism within the field of cultural and transnational studies and in conversation with other concepts, such as Fernando Durti's transculturation, the melting pot metaphor, both in the US and in Germany, the European Willkommenskultur, and the now popular term cultural appropriation. Through concrete examples, such as the literary encounter between the German ethnographer Theodor Koch-Grünberg and the Brazilian modernist Mário de Andrade, I show how cultural cannibalism is a long-needed analytical lens in the field, and it not only brings the playfulness and power inversion characteristic of its roots, but it also evokes a special affect, an irreverence, and aggressivity that are not present in other concepts, an idea of punching up, of recognizing the agency and intentionality of the less powerful culture in a transcultural interaction. Drawing from this research, I have an article coming out this December titled Staging Violence, Milo Hall, Theater of War, and Postcolonial Critique. In this article, I examined the representation of violence in the work of the Swiss director Milo Hall, specifically within the framework of theater of war and postcolonial studies. Hall's intercultural performances, such as Antigone in the Amazon or the Congo Tribunal, often feature reenactments of historical events and testimonies from marginalized communities, raising questions about re-traumatization and the ethics and aesthetics of representing violence across cultural boundaries. The project I'm currently working on does not have a title yet, but I'm looking at the many cannibalized cultural and historical elements present in the text The Fifth Story by Clarice Lispector. That's it. Thank you very much. I look forward to continue this conversation with you.